Hey, 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 hey! Welcome back to another RSG lunch stream. Glad to have you guys here. Just make sure everything's flipping over. It is. We're good on Twitch, good on YouTube, good to go. I'm Ray J 1999, part of the RSG crew. Glad to have you guys here on another wonderful Monday. But hey, that's why we're here, to bring you something fun to listen to during your lunch, wherever you may be, whether you're listening to us live or you're listening to us later on. Sit back, enjoy your food. Enjoy your drink. Let it just wash over you with all the wholesome goodness that we're bringing you. I made that last part up. It's just good. It's not wholesome. But we're glad to have you guys here. This is where we hang out for you guys for the next hour. We're going to do a roster review like we always do, and we're going to take your questions. Now, the way questions work is, first, make sure you put question in front of your statement. The word question in front of your statement, and we'll try to get to as many questions as we can. Priority will be any super chat questions, so if you want your question at the top, make sure you do super chat. If not, it's first come, first serve. We try to get through as many questions as we can, but I am stopping at 1 o'clock today because at 1:15 we're doing my Grand Arena. So get them in now. Also, if you could, just for the channel, make sure you give us a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to YouTube. We're on Twitch. We have people over on Twitch. Glad to have them there. Make sure you follow us on Twitch. If you have an account on Twitch, why not? Just go follow us on Twitch. We really appreciate it. So there's that. But let's introduce everybody that's here. It's just one person, and that's Grim the Mechanics joining me today.
Yep.
We begin again. We begin anew, Grim.
Well, actually, it's not just the two of us.
Well,
we've got for our roster review today. Yeah. We're gonna be doing Proper Catch, and he is in the voice chat with us.
Yeah, right. So he'll be typing. It looks like. So if he has any questions and stuff, we will be able to do it live while we're doing it. So glad to have Proper Catch here. We'll get to his roster review in just a second, but go ahead and get your questions in. Hello to everybody in chat. I see you all out there. Couple people that I see real quick. I see Moss Mike, Bad Rongo, Stoner Jedi, Makwa, Jedi Training Bogus, Vormax, Calter, Guzzabuzza, Dr. Gonzo, David Bond, Remy Vinette. He says, hey, Archie people, waving from work. Happy Easter. Happy Easter to you. It's still Easter. I think some people have the day off today for the Easter holiday. Kind of become a thing. But happy Easter wherever you are. Glad to have you guys here. Good morning to you, Mr. Tim Beddard. And so yeah, we're gonna get right into it. Well, Proper Ketchup, you can use boys, man. Don't be social negative Nancy. Get in here.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
There he is. There's Proper Catch. How's it going, buddy?
Man, it's going pretty good. How y'all doing?
I'm doing good. Are you working today? You got the day off?
I'm actually working today. I'm on lunch. So.
All right. Well, we better get it hot and heavy into your roster review then, because you only probably get it out for lunch, so we don't want to waste that. So let me pull your roster review up here, and let's just have at it. Should pull up. There it is. All right, and today I have my class rings they're trying to get me to buy and Pokemon. More Pokemon from Amazon. I just don't understand it. So... All right, and Proper Catch is in the Dark Lords. He's in Dark Lord Rebels. That's an oxymoron. Dark Lord Rebels.
Dark Lords.
Rebels. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. That's like Sith Jedi Apprentice Padawan. Well, shout out to your guild, Dark Lords Rebels. All right. Let's look at what you wrote initially. If there's anything you want to change from what you put here, let me know. So a little bit backstory. I'm a December 2015 player who stopped playing shortly after Guilds and the Rancor raid went live. Played off and on, but officially came back to the game February last year. I was too stubborn to start over, so I know as a result I have quite a few key pieces missing. I'm currently working the pillars and playing catch up. If you guys could just generally go over my roster, make sure I'm on the right track. If there are any holes or glaring omissions, I would appreciate you guys pointing them out. Also, please look at my mods. I really need help with that area. I do have a lack of mods, but I would like y'all to look at them and help me make sure that the right mods are on the right characters. I'm sure there's something I missed. All right, is that still kind of the format that we're going here with their Proper Catch?
Yes, sir. It sounds Sounds pretty on track there.
All right, let's do this. So, Fleet, you're kicking ass. You got the Falcon and just a great team there, so we don't need to look at Fleet. What's going on with the arena? Is it just you don't have time, or you're just running too many Darth Revens, or what's going on there?
There's a lot of Darth Revens at the top. There's actually a guild family that owns the top of that, so they won't let me in the shard. And my mod situation is not ideal.
Right. Well, let's look at your mods on your arena team real quick. I just want to look at that. You need to get some more speed on Revan. You need a speed set on Revan. What is this mod? Oh, good lord. That's the first glaring thing I'm seeing here, bud, is that your mods... In fact, I'm going to go look. Oh, there's the life-size Velociraptor. I knew it would pop up eventually. Yeah,
go.
I mean, your speed's decent on Revan, but he's got to be the 300s. The thing that's holding you back to get that extra speed is that you were not running a speed set on Revan. I love the mods you have, the great speeds, but not going to cut it for speed mods. Are you hurting on the speed mod category there, my friend?
Yeah, the speed mods with speed secondaries. I tried to put a speed set on him with the fastest speed secondaries I had, and actually the mods that I currently have on him give me more speed.
Oh, Lord. All right, let's...
I know that feeling, dude.
Yeah, we're hurting on speed mods. Now, there's some mods you can still slice, but they're still not going to... I mean, the one on Luke and the one on, looks like Rex, if I'm not mistaken. No, yeah, that's Rex. You may want to slice, but you're going to have to do some more speed farming. What's your credit situation like?
I think I got about 7-8 mil in the bank right now.
All right, you need a hoard. So you have two options: either buy them from the store where you're not in a position at all to do that. You need to spend about 2 weeks and just hoard your currency, your credits, because you don't have any kind of a buffer, and you want to buffer about 30 million at least, right? Because just in case like a good mod comes in, you want to get it. Like you see a 5-speed gold mod, right? Secondary. You want to get those. In your case, you're not in a position to have any kind of way to do that because you still need credits, right? So we're going to get you a little bit hyper-focused to where you can start hoarding your credits, right? And that way you don't have to worry about that. I mean, I'm at 110 million, I think, right now, and that gives me more than enough buffer to where if I want to buy a mod, I don't worry about it. You know, I'm like, okay, I'm going to buy that mod because I've got the buffer for it. So that's kind of where you want to kind of get, and by being hyper-focused on characters, it can help you do that. So we're going to kind of get you a little bit hyper-focused. But the thing I would recommend right now is keep farming speed sets out of the store. So you want to spend... You're going to get 2 rounds of 144 energy with your mod energy. So the first one you want to still slice. Get that slicing material. The second round you always want to go and try to farm marks. Anything 4 dot and below, get rid of it. Right? Anything 5 dot that has speed, roll it. And even gray mods roll them just to see if they hit speed, to see what you get. At this point, that's where you need to do. So that's your first...
Yeah, the Ranger's right about the rolling the gray mods. Like for me, most of my best speed mods started out as grays.
Right. You just don't know what you're going to get with the gray mod. It's super cheap to roll. You know, roll it to 12, see what you get. If you don't get anything, sell it, you get some of your money back, right? If you can get some more mods that you can get higher up, then go for it. But that's going to be your best bet at the moment until you get that buffer. And then once you get to that place where you can start trying to roll those, and I'll be very cognizant of this fact. I've finally, after 23, my 24th pull on a gold mod, I rolled it and finally got a decent hit on it. I got 18 speed.
Nice.
24 mods, only 1 hit. Out of all the 5 dots I've been buying, that was the one that hit. And I'm just like, I hate this game sometimes. I really do. Don't get me wrong, I was ecstatic that I got it, but I'm like, me? Can I get maybe 1 or 2 more of that little roll? You know? Maybe I just have bad RNG, but I don't think so because everybody else is telling me the same thing. So,
yeah, like the last time I got a really good mod, which was actually my first 20 speed secondary, spent almost all my credits leveling up glycine mods.
And I'm about to start farming
20
speed mods. I'm about to
Oh,
start farming speed mods again, and I'm going to tell you why. This new Darth Revan meta is it's speed based. It's two characters. It's how fast your Revan is and how fast your Bastila is. And if anybody watched Urza's stream last night, you can see why that is. In arena now, it's who goes first. If your Revan and Bastila go first, it's over. You cannot win. There's no counter. I mean, the Jedi Knight Anakin thing is somewhat feasible, but that's going away. So I would not recommend anybody investing in that. You know they're going to change that with Malik in there. So I'm just telling you guys, this new Darth Revan meta is about speed. Who is the fastest? And my Darth Revan's 311. That's slow. That's how crazy this is. Because I got guys on my chart that are running 327 speed on their Darth Revan.
Same here.
You know, and nearly 300 on their Bastila. And it's not like the Jedi Knight Revan where you could go second and still have a good shot at winning. It's over. AI does, its thing, and you don't even get a chance to go sometimes before you've lost 2 or 3 characters. It's just the way it is. And they're fully gear 12 with the speed pieces, the gear 12 plus speeds. I mean, it's brutal. So just be aware that this is what the metas come down to. So the reason people are excited about Jedi Anakin is because even if that's the case, Anakin's going to get angry and smash, and usually Jedi Knight Revan goes first so you can isolate Bastila where she can't do her thing. And that's why there was some hope, but from the wording of the CG post, that's really not going to be a thing. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's going to be a change.
Don't you enjoy the meta that CG has forced upon us?
Well, I don't want to get into that. We're doing a roster review right now. So, but yeah, we need to farm speed, and I'm going to be farming the hell out of speed here very soon. All right, so let's look at... I want to go back to your arena team and just look at your Yoda real quick, because those are the 2 characters when I'm looking at it that I always look at. Let's see where you're at. So if we look at your Grandmaster Yoda, let's see what he's got. Okay, good. He's got an offensive set, and okay. All right, you're over 6,000. That's totally fine. You went crit damage on the triangle. That's totally fine. So your Yoda's fine. You don't need to do anything there. Get off the screen, Lies Velociraptor. I don't want to look at you.
Does he want to put the Zeta on Grandmaster Yoda's Grandmaster's guidance?
Does he have the Zeta? I can't see it.
No, he doesn't.
Well, that's something you may want for your team. I have anytime I run an arena team, I have all the Zetas on the characters. So I think you've got battle meditation. Let's go back. It doesn't show me. We'll have to go to your actual characters to see. That's why won't arena show that? That's stupid. Stupid. So you've got battle meditation on Grandmaster Yoda. That's fine. He doesn't need the other one.
Okay.
Yeah, he's fine. He doesn't need the other one. If he wants to put it on, that's great, but nah. All right, we're into your roster view here. So let's see pillars. What do you have? You got Jedi Knight Revan. You don't have Darth Revan, any of that stuff, but we'll look at where you're at with that. Grandmaster Yoda, CLS. We're missing some characters here. So let's.
Yeah, I'm missing JTR right now. I'm currently farming the vets.
Oh God, yeah.
Her.
Let's look at those vets and see where they're at right now, because let's look here. Your vet Han is 3 and your vet Chewie is 2. All right. Let's look at your Old Republic first, because it may be more feasible to get Darth Revan and stuff before your JTR, because those vet farms, JTR's a good character, but she's not as good as Darth Revan.
Oh yeah, Karth and Johanny are at 6-star.
Yeah, I got it. Well, Candace is done, so you know what? I think you can continue on the vets, because your Cantina's farm's done for T3. For Candace. So you don't need to farm Cantina anymore. So yeah, stick with the vets so you can get JTR. That's the thing I was looking for. Where was your Candace? But now that he's 7 stars, you're
left
good.
is the Fleet Heart node, and
Yeah, and you got plenty of time
hard
between
mode for Juhani.
now and then to finish Karth and Juhani, and you'll be good to go. If we look at your Sith Empire, your Basilisk HK
are done.
There you go. Now remember on these characters that it's not just getting them to 7 stars. You're going to have to put gear and stuff on them. The one... That's not... I didn't want to hit Scoundrels. Damn it.
Oh, yeah. The 17.5.
You got to think about that because you're going to want Malik too. Karth Zeta is going to help you tremendously in the Darth Revan legendary event. And then you're going to need some of these characters, not all of them. I would recommend definitely Mission and Zalbar to get those guys gear. And they're not bad to get them to gear 12. Their Zetas are pretty amazing, at least the one on Mission. But Karth and Mission, if you can get those two done, are going to be great. And then... and then you'll use Kander's Karth and then the other two. So yeah, you're looking good for Darth Revan. So yeah, I have no problem whatsoever with you farming the vets. So keep on farming the vets. Finish Karth, finish Juhani. You're going to have to start gearing these guys. Zeta priority would be Karth and Mission because you're going to have to do the Malik event and the Darth Revan event, and that tier 5 mission for Revan is no joke. Having Karth as your lead with the Zeta is going to make a tremendous difference with them getting crit with health and protection back. So that'll be really important. Mission and Zalbar are your MVPs for the light side, Malik side. You won't have any problem with the dark side as long as you have your Bastila, your HK ready to go on the dark side. Excuse me. That way, you've seen the event, so you kind of have a pretty good understanding of what you're going to do. So work on the vets and work on these guys finishing up their stars and their gear. Let's just look at the rest of your roster. What other pillars are we missing? Let's look at your Sith. Alright, Treya needs 2 Zetas, but she's 5-star gear 8. You need to farm Nihilus. I don't even see Scion on here.
I just unlocked him. Well, yeah, unlocked him last night, so probably GG hasn't caught up to it yet.
All right, throw those two in the mix. Nihilus and Scion is part of your hard node farming because you're just doing Juhani at the moment. And Karth is fleet. Treya is a priority for gear and Zetas. Your Sith are looking a little weak. Your Palpatine, your Vader. I mean, you've got them 7 stars, but you need to work on gear on these guys. And I would work on... You can spend the next month working on their gear and stuff and getting them to at least gear 11. And then as we get closer to the Revan event, about a month out, you can start gearing and worrying about your other characters for that. Get them farmed for stars. But let's try to get Trey to gear 11, and let's work on Scion and Nihilus. Start working on... They're part of your farm now. So Nihilus, Scion, and Juhani are your hard node farms, and then you've got the 2 vets that you're working on. And the way I did the vets was I did 1 to 4, then the next one to 4, then 1 to 5, and the next one to 5, then 1 to 6, the next one to 6. And the reason I did that, in case the pack comes out, you're pretty even with them, and you can use the packs to, if you have to, finish them off for the JTR event. Let's look at your resistance. Just to make sure you have all the other characters. Yep, Finn's done. Scav Ray's done. I say BB-8's done. R2-D2's done. Yeah. So you've got a lot of characters done here. I'm looking at your bounty hunters. They look really solid. So your bounty hunters are fine. So it looks like a lot of your characters are starred, but they're not geared. So we need to get focused on the gear. So if I'm going to recommend anything, I'm going to recommend you... work on the Old Republic. The vets only need to be gear 7. Period. So don't gear them past that. You'll be fine. Your rebels look great. R2-D2 definitely needs his Zeta number crunch, and you can take him to gear 11 to be effective. So we got a lot. So what I'm looking at here is you've got a lot of stuff unlocked, but you're missing either gear or just the finishing stars for the teams. Is that kind of where you're at right now?
Yeah, it's the same gear crunch, friggin' stun guns and stun cuffs and all that jazz. Just really a big bottleneck for me.
Yeah.
I know that feeling.
So really, because we're still working on the pillar system, it's going to be hard for you to focus on teams. Like your first order is solid, but it's missing gear, right? And you're still working on Stormtrooper. And then if we look at your Night Sisters,
Yeah, I haven't even really started Night Sisters
yeah.
yet. I mean,
So
I'm farming Talzin right now.
Yeah. I think she's what hard node or canteen. I can't remember. I think she's hard node.
Talzin's hard node.
Yeah, so that's another one you could throw in. That's 5 hard nodes. You're spending no max than 100 on them a day, so it gives you multiple characters to work on. If you want to include Talzin in there, that's fine. Or Zombie, you can, she's 5-star. You got to get her up too. So your teams just need to be rounded out, but we're still working on the pillars. So you need to stick with the pillars. So for you, it's going to be the Old Republic stuff. You're right there. Let's get them finished up and rocking and rolling. Let's get them to 7 stars. Let's get the vets done so you can get JTR, right? Remember, you only need to take them to Gear 7, so let's get ready for the next JTR event that comes around. We can throw Talzin in there. We can throw Cyan and Nihilus in there. And that's going to be your farm for a little bit until we get these other pieces for these teams. You're kind of missing that key component for each one, so that's where your farm's going to be. And then for your mods, you already know what you need to do. You need to be still slicing some of those mods that you've got, blues that are 10 that hit double digits. See if you can get. Hopefully it hits on your speeds that you've got, but if not, then at least they're double digit. You can use them on some of your secondary characters, but we need to farm mods, speed sets, for one round of your energy, and then the next energy you can still slice. So you're still getting slice of material. Other than that, I mean, your roster it's got a lot of good stuff, but it's missing a lot of stuff. I would not worry about Gear 12 for a while. I would just get these characters to Gear 11, except for the vets. Forget the vets. But like all your Old Republic teams that you're working on, Juhani, Karth, Canderous, Mission, HK, get them to at least Gear 11, right? It's going to take a lot of Corbantes, man. I'm just throwing that out there. So many Corbantes. It's going to make you want to you're going to go sick. You're going to be sick of farming Corbantes. But at least get them in a Gear 11 state with 7 stars, and then you can worry about that. And then keep farming Nihilus, Cyan, Talzin, Juhani. Trey will come from the raid. We'll have the vets done so you can get JTR once you get JTR. And then once we get the Old Republic lined up a little bit so you can get your Darth Revan and your Malak, once those characters are lined up and good to go, then just pick a team. I would recommend doing the Resistance once you unlock JTR, because she is a 7-star unlock. You can take those characters and then just focus on a team, right, that you want to gear. You can do Resistance first because that's going to be your Phase 1 team in the Heroic Sith. Then go do Night Sisters as you continue their farm, gear them to Gear 11, right? And when I focus on a team, I mean I'm hyper-focused. I do their stars, I did them to Gear 11, and I did their Zetas. I didn't do anything else until those things were done. And then I moved on to the next team. And that's the way you're going to have to approach this, especially once you get the pillars for JTR, Darth Revan, Malak. You're going to have to hyper-focus on those characters, get them Gear 11, get the Zetas on them, and it'll be beneficial to you because once you unlock Darth Revan and JTR, you get JTR done, you get the Old Republic done, you get the Darth Revan team done. That's going to give you a lot of flexibility in Territory Wars, Grand Arena. It's going to help you tremendously. So any characters that we did not mention, forget them for right now. You're doing fine in ships, so you've got the crystal income coming in. There's not much we can do in arena. Until you get some better speed mods, you're just going to have to try to do the best you can. You're running the best team you possibly can. We're just going to have to get you some better speed sets so we can make your Jedi Knight run faster. And eventually you're going to want as many good speed sets as you can get, because you're going to want to run both those characters, Darth Revan and Jedi Knight Revan and Basilisk, fast. Grandmaster Yoda doesn't need to be fast, so you don't have to worry about anything there. Your mods are fine, especially the rest of your Jedi team. But yeah, that's what you're looking at. So that's kind of an overview of what we're looking at right now for what you need to farm, what you need to work on, what you need to focus in on mods. What else do you want us to look at, my friend?
I mean, I was just kind of curious. I asked a question, I don't know, maybe a week or so ago about when can I start spending Fleet Arena currency on Zetas? And Grande mentioned something about making sure certain key ships are done. I mean, I got TIE Advance, Slave 1, Poe, some of those others done. I mean, when can I kind of wean myself off of the other stuff and get on Zetas? Now? Okay.
Get Zetas, farm Zetas like mad. You're number one in arena and ships. You're fine. You don't need anything else. If there's a ship you want to work on, what ship do you want to work on? I mean, that's the thing. So let's look at your ships. Houndstooth's done, Falcon's done, Phantom's done, Slave 1's done, Cassian's done. I mean, Poe's done. You're fine, man. You don't need to be farming. If you want to farm stuff out of GW for these ships, like a Barn and some of these other ones, you can, but you're in a position where you've got the big pieces unlocked here, and your fleet's really, really good. You've got most of the ships done. You should be farming Zetas all the time. Use your fleet ship currency to get Zetas and more Zetas. The amount of fleet currency you're getting at rank 1 should be more than enough that you should be able just to start hoarding and getting Zetas like a madman.
You got it.
So that's definitely, you're in a great spot. Your ships look solid. I mean, there's some gearing that you need to do, but there's not much you can do about that at the moment because we're hyper focused on trying to get your roster and your character side done. So you got a lot of work ahead of you. But I think if you get these characters taken care of, if you get the characters for Darth Revan all scored away, and keep farming Nihilus and Scion, and stay focused, stay on Talzin, you can start rounding out your team. But let's get the Gear 11 and stuff squared away on your Old Republic. Then you can start focusing on gear on, once you unlock JTR, to have your Resistance team done. Then you get your Night Sisters, once they're all farmed up, take them to Gear 11, start putting the Zetas on Asajj and Talzin. You're going to need your Zombie Gear 10 to be effective. You're just wasting your Night Sister team if you don't. Because a Trooper team will go in there and wreck the hell out of that. So if you stick to this specific farm plan, you're going to be in a really good position, because we want to get you to where you can, when Darth Revan comes around, you're getting first in fleet and you're getting first in your regular arena, and that's the goal, is to have your roster in that position, and then we start rounding out your roster after that. But if you do this, it's going to give you a couple good teams. It's going to give you the Darth Revan team. It's going to give you the Canderous team with Karth. That's a really, really solid team. With JTR, that's going to unlock Resistance. That's your Bounty Hunter and the Rebels you have unlocked already. You're going to have some really solid teams, right?
Yeah, and also, not to mention, once you start knocking on the door of your Shard Arena by kicking dudes out of the top 10, they will have to talk to you about getting into the Shard chat.
Yeah, I mean, I hate that crap. For our Shard, it's different. It's like if you got the team and you want to stay consistent, we'll more than allow you to be in. We just have some rules you have to follow: no sniping and be respectful of other people's payouts, and that's it. If someone new comes in, we've had a couple people that have come in, said, "Hey, can I be in the Shard?" Like, yeah, you just have to stay consistent in whatever spot you're taking, and just watch other people's payouts. We have it all listed out, and everybody likes it, and we don't rule that. But if you do have a Shard dictatorship at the top there, then you're going to have to force the issue. But you can't force the issue without those speed mods. So you've got to farm the hell out of speed mods for a while until you get some really, really good solid speed sectaries when you roll that are, if you get 4 or 5, then roll it again, slice it to greens, see what happens. If you hit green, then you're like, I'm double digits with green. I'm going to keep going with this one. So you just need a deeper depth to your speed sets. You'll get other mod sets from the events, like today, for instance. So you'll get other speed sets or speed secondaries from mods from those. But speed and crit chance are the two sets that people need more than anything. Potency would be third on my list, but if you can get your speed sets up, I think you can go in there and force the issue with your Darth Revan and your Basel and stuff, and be like, hey, sorry, if you guys don't like it, tough, but you can't just dominate. If you put my thing about a shard is if you put the time and effort, especially if you're more free to play, and you get to a point where you've got a really, really good team, you have every right to be in the top like everybody else. I don't buy this. Well, we've been here longer. I don't care. If someone busts their ass or spends money and gets their stuff in the position, and they want to play by the rules and be fair, and work with the other people, then you should have a right to be in there. That's nonsense. I don't support shards doing that. I think it's ridiculous. So, and if you don't have room, then you figure it out. You force the issue. All right. Any other questions? Proper catch?
No, man. I appreciate you going over my roster so far, and I appreciate the advice and the direction.
Absolutely, man. And moving forward, like we do with any other roster review, if you have questions, you can message us directly. Just stay on target. And if you have questions about maybe who you want to farm next or how you're looking stuff, just reach out to me or Finn, Grande. You know how it works. And if anybody out there in TV Land would like an in-depth roster review, you can see we go in-depth based on what the player wants, and lay out a plan. All you need to do is message Finity, Finity, in our Discord, and just send him your GG page and like Proper did, a little message about what you want us to look at. It takes 3 to 4 weeks. That's the key right now. We'll once we get your information, make sure he responds. Give him 24 hours. If he doesn't respond, then send him another message. He'll let you know that you're in the queue. And when your time comes up, he'll give you a date. He'll ask if there's anything that's changed. And you can let him know then. And then we'll do your roster live like we're doing for Proper Catch. All right. So thank you, Proper Catch, for being here. You can hang out with us, my friend. We're going to be answering questions. So if you want to pipe in, you're more than welcome to. And then shout out to Dark Lord's Rebels. Somewhere Grande just sneezed because we've said Dark Lord so much.
I know, right?
And he's like, I'm so happy and I don't know why and I can't stop sneezing. God. All right, let's look at questions. I'm going to check Twitch first.
Actually, there hasn't been any questions in Twitch today.
Okay.
It's been a rather quiet.
Okay.
Afternoon.
Well, make sure you guys follow us on Twitch. You can watch us over there on Twitch if you like. We're streaming both, so if you'd like to ask questions, you're watching us Twitch or searching you watching, you're more than welcome to throw in a question there. So let's start with the YouTube questions. First come, first serve, guys. So if you want your question ahead of the line, just super chat it and we'll get it to it. All right. Gimme need. That's a new name I haven't seen before.
I like that one.
Gimme need. That's fantastic. Question. I can open with Revan 341 speed followed by Basel at 302. Or I can open with Malik at 327 to remove Taunt followed by Revan at 326. Both work on offense, which is stronger defense. The first one, Revan 341, Basel 302. If those two characters go off, it's done. It's absolutely done. If your Revan followed by your Basel is the two fastest on the board and they go first, it doesn't matter what Malik does at that point. I'm telling you guys, if you don't believe me, go watch Urza's stream. He didn't even have Malik in that team. It was 3v3, and you saw what happened. It was awful. But this is where the meta goes. Darth Revan goes first, followed by Basla. It's done. I mean, the fear's on, and they just start wailing on you, and it's over. So I would go with the first one. And then whatever your Malik is going to get a turn because the other team can't do anything, and he's still going to be able to do whatever he wants. So, yeah, Stick with your Revan and your Basilisk. That's sick ass speed. Guzabuzza question: why does the mythic tier of assault battles give less booty than the other tiers?
Science.
I mean, let me pull the gameplay up.
Well, it's like the highest tier of the smuggling, the ship smuggling event gives less rewards than the tier before it.
Yeah, I mean,
I
looking.
don't understand what's going on with those.
I don't know. I mean, you get 2 Omegas for the last round. It's like, really? I mean, the other ones, it's just, for me, it's just shards and some crappy health sets. It's like, really? So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, the Smuggler's Run is a little bit better because you get slicing material and you get some, some mods, but they're health sets. So, as when I said, don't farm health sets because these events give you so many health set mods. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they do.
I do have to say that, was it the JTR one? I got some really nice potency ones out of there with some speeds that hit. I was like, nice. 5 speed that hit. I like it. I mean, I had a 14 and an 18. I was like, okay, I'll take that. So just, I don't know. They give different rewards for different ones. Take that up with CG. I don't know. All right, let's see. Let me refresh here. All right. Apparingo question: what should I do if I'm able to get first in Toon Arena, but the Char Chat is not interested in adding me, and when I'm close to first, people that are not close to payout start targeting me? You just have to keep pushing the envelope and keep reaching out to them. If they don't want to add you, then you are open season, and the way you want to do it for your payout is have 2 battles left, especially if you're 1, to where you time it to like 10 minutes before, hit a target, 5 minutes till.
Just let the time run out, and then you can lock yourself in.
And then you're ready, and then lock it again. Just hit the battle again. If they were going to spam it, they're going to spam it. But what you need to do too is fire back. When it's their payout and you've got some extra attacks, hit them. If they're going to be buttholes to you and do that, then you need to fire back. They're not going to get the message until you start putting pain on them. If they want to constantly hit you when it's your turn to be 1, then you do the same thing. And just keep reaching out to them like, look, I'll stop this, guys. I want to be a part of the Shard Chat, but if you're guys are not going to let me be a part of this, it's open season. You did the right thing. You reached out. You want to be in a rotation. They don't want to have anything to hear about it. So then they have nothing to complain about. And they are more than welcome here, and I'll tell them how wrong they are. So not only that, protect yourself with that tactic. It's what me and Grande have always done back in the past. And then if you got extra attacks, even if you haven't spent 50 crystals, I would spend 50 crystals. If someone hit you, hit them back right before their payout. And make it known that you're not playing around. And just keep reaching out and saying, hey, look, I've done my part. I've tried to be civil, but you're not doing that. But yeah, so that's pretty ridiculous. And these Shard Chats, I mean, that's obnoxious. I can't stand that I'm hearing that people are doing that. It's everybody's got you gotta understand that everybody wants to be number 1, but in our Shard Chat, it's like, I have 4 guys that I rotate with. I don't mind taking 4 every, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 every 4 days. I take 1. And it's how we work it. And then the guys that are before us and after us, we work with them as well. So, but if no one's going to do that for you, then screw them. Seriously. Well, the Captain Obvious, you could move your payout, but, maybe Captain Obvious, maybe this is Apparingo's payout is the time that he can really do it. So he shouldn't have to move his payout because other people are being buttholes. It's an option if you just don't want to deal with it, and you can make it at a convenient time where you can get your payout. But some people, work and have stuff, and that's the only time they can do it, and it's the most convenient time. So they shouldn't have to deal with this crap. It's just crap. All right, let's see if there's any more questions. I have to refresh all the time. It's crazy. All right. Darksign 1972 question: thoughts on the Darth Revan meta being all about speed? With Jedi Knight versus Jedi Knight Revan, I could win with a slower Jedi Knight Revan. Does anyone else think Arena has become so still? It's disappointing since Crystal's in Arena. It's pretty stupid. I'm just gonna say it.
I don't know. It's fine for me because I don't have to fight that stuff. But
you will one day, Grim. You have to think long term, not short term.
Well, you're acting like I will actually care at one time. Well, but I mean, personally, I like where I am in Arena. Even though my crystal income is low, I'm not forced to fight the same team over and 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 over.
The goal is to eventually get as high as you can to help you with it, because crystal income helps with gear, it helps with farming, it helps with a lot of things, whether it's ship or whether it's Arena. The problem with this meta is strictly speed. He's absolutely right. I brought this up earlier. The Jedi Knight Revan versus Jedi Knight Revan, you can go second and still have a chance to win. There is no shot at winning if you don't go first. It is that simple. Especially if their Bastila is still faster than you. So it's who has mobs and who doesn't. And if nobody has a sense in Arena that they have any shot in hell of beating your team, what's the point of playing Arena? It's stupid. I don't know why CG created this. Wells, if you want to make the Wells happy, that's great. No one can beat them because they're going to have the best mods because they spend and have the best mods. But if it comes down just the speed of mods and not creativity and not anything else, this game's going to die. Nobody's going to want to do Arena. Ship Arena is stale as hell at the moment. It is awful. It's the Jedi Knight Revan meta on steroids. But yeah, this Darth Revan meta is brutal, man. That's why I'm having to farm speed mods again, because I have really good mods, but nothing like some of these other guys. They've got some insane mods. And I've done the battle, and I can't beat it. It's that simple. They go first, and, Darth Revan does his big AoE attack. It's over. I can't do anything about it. I don't hardly ever get a turn. Now, I don't have Malik in my team yet, but from what I've been talking about with the other guys in my shardmates that do have it, that still doesn't make a difference. Revan goes first, then Bastila, and then they have no shot of winning. Jedi Knight Revan teams can possibly win, but it's RNG based now. You've got the Anakin thing, but that's going away. So what's going to be people's options? The RNG on mods to try to get better speeds is awful, as I've aptly stated and demonstrated. So what are people going to do? They're just going to stop playing this game. If they can't get crystals and it's going to make their life more miserable and you want them to spend more money, people are going to get sick of that. They really are.
Well, it's interesting. CG keeps on saying they want balance in the Arena. They want more than, one team dominating the meta, yet they're taking all of these counter teams out of commission by nerfing them. They already did to EP. They're going to destroy Anakin. How are we supposed to come up with counters if they're going to nerf them every single time? How is there supposed to be, multiple teams in the meta when they keep on removing those teams from the meta?
I don't know.
From being, competitive with the meta.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just
I don't know what they're thinking.
Say one thing and then do another. It's not cool, man.
All right. What else? Any 3 question? Anyone come up with a viable counter to Malik in 3v3 GA? Malik is... I'm not seeing him on Darth Revan teams. We're going to do Migraine Arena today. I put my Malik on a Darth Maul team. We'll see what happens because I want to keep Bastila and HK with my Revan, and it worked out for me very well. So I don't know if anybody's come up with a viable counter. he's still, a lot of people that are running Malik, he's under geared and missing things, so he's a little bit easier to kill than he will be in the future. So we'll have to wait and see on that. I haven't heard anything on 3v3. Elliot Worsfold, question: how do you plan on keeping a lean roster for Green Arena while still participating effectively in Geonosis territory battle? Separatists and Republic aren't exactly great factions.
Stay focused.
You just have to focus.
Don't level up stuff that you don't need. Don't gear up stuff.
Right. It's one thing. So there's a difference between fluff and fluff GP and GP that's focused, right? If you're using the teams in some form or capacity, whether it's territory battles, Grand Arena, or territory wars, if you're using that team for any of that stuff, then it's not fluff GP. The droids and things of that nature will bring up your GP a little bit, but it's still lean GP, and you can still use these teams in other capacities, maybe against lesser teams in TW and GA. What gets players in trouble is when they go and put everybody that they're not going to use, like Jawas, things of that nature, at 85 gear 8.
Yeah, like, hey guys, I have a gear 12 Ugnaught.
It's like, no, don't do that. Because if these characters have if you're not using them for anything, don't touch them. If you want to get them to 7 stars, fine. You never know when you're going to need them. But if you're not using them, don't touch them. Stars is fine. You know, some of them you get out of Bronziums. Take them to 7 stars, leave them at level 1, and don't touch them.
Or do what a lot of people are starting to do now is they're not unlocking them, but they're leaving it where if they do need to take it directly to 7 stars from unlock.
Wait, was Finn in the chat? Did I just see Finn in the chat?
Yeah, Finn is talking in chat.
Listen, Finn, either get your ass in here or shut up and chat. You can't do both. Did I see him in... There he is. You little poop stain. You turd.
But yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people not even bothering activating characters. They just farm up until they can possibly get them 7 star, but they leave them, locked until they need them. That way it doesn't give them that, because if I remember correctly, it's like 7 star gear 1 level 1 is 6,000 GP, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So it does add up.
All right. Next question. Guzzabuzza question: is MILF better as a first wave or as a reinforcement? I always see it as a first wave most of the time. Some people, there is one guy that does use it as a reinforcement, but most of the time I see it on the starting lineup. I mean, I have not. I mean, once in a while you'll see it as a reinforcement, but looking at those lineups of those guys, it's mainly because they don't have their home one or their rebels ready, so they'll use it as a reinforcement coming off the bench for like their lineup to be the first reinforcement in, which is kind of a pain in the ass to deal with, but it's not hard to deal with as compared to say on a home one team. That team is, it is what it is. I can beat some of them I can't. It just depends on how the RNG goes. So, all right, next question. Katsukaga too easy. Is there a Rex counter to Darth Revan? Nope.
I wish.
Not even close. Sorry, there just isn't. Problem is that Rex has got to get his tenacity up. Then they can resist a lot of stuff. Problem is he's not fast enough. Darth Revan and Bastila go, and then it's just over. I mean, it's over. He doesn't even get a shot. It's just no chance in hell for that happening. Especially once they get feared and stuff. It's just ugh. All right, let's see what mods I got here. Nope. No, 4 speed. Okay, I'll take that. Crap. And okay, possibility. That's defense though. Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, if it rolls a 16 plus,
we'll see. Oh, the other ones didn't have any speed on. I was like, do you think the new Geonosis territory map? This is from Mark Arnett. will encourage players to inflate their rosters for higher rewards. No, yeah, and no one's going to want to do that anyway.
Well, the thing is most people already have the clones and.
Well, newer players and lower GP guilds, you don't want to inflate your GP. Just do it naturally and progress through the territory battle naturally. You don't want to fluff your GP for that because it's going to hurt your players in other areas of the game that they don't need. But I don't think it's going to. The inflation is going to be. It'll be minimal. Some separatists, maybe some clones. We don't know what the reworks are going to be for some of these characters. They said there's a lot of reworks coming in still, so we don't know what's going to happen. So maybe they become better teams. I don't know. We know the Grievous team it's okay, but it's not super. So we'll see what happens with that.
We can hope that the rework of Mace will be the direct hard counter to Revan.
Yeah. So
and any other Sith.
All right.
He was in the comics, in the lore. Grumble, grumble.
Yeah. All right. Let's see some more questions here. It's refreshing. Hellenix. All right. This is a serious question. Wow. What do you know? Question: is there a resource where I can find a thorough list of all the character nerfs CG has done? We all remember a new could forget Finn, but does anyone have a full list? Nope. I don't know of anybody that has a list like that. Maybe you can create one, Hellenix, because I don't know of any list that exists like that.
I think pretty much every character in the game has been nerfed at one time or another.
Yeah, Newt's. It's become a.
Well, they make sure Newt is nerfed every time they decide to nerf anyone else, so they just nerf him for good measure.
Pretty much. God, I got so many mods I have to go through now. Jeez. Alright, let's go get some more mods doing the Separatist events. Alright, go in there, team. Jedi Knight Revan. Go do your work. Yes, there you go. Yeah, kill the droids. Alright. Put that on there. Kotskaki, too easy question. Rex, GL, Snips, Anakin, and Thrawn couldn't work together to beat Darth Revan. Nope. Nope. Nothing. It's speed. Your only chance right now to beat it is Jedi Knight Revan. Unless your Darth Revan's faster, the only chance is Jedi Knight Revan with an Anakin. Because they are going to go first and do their thing, but then Anakin gets really ticked off and will hit the hell out of them, which I don't think they need to mess with. If they are, then... But they're going to do some changes to it. There's nothing we can do about it. They're not going to allow that to happen. But if you look at the meta, it's really not that prominent, so I don't know if they're going to... Maybe they won't change. I'm hopeful, but we'll have to wait and see. But that's really the only two counters. Faster Darth Revan or an Anakin that just gets crazy. But problem with Rex and that team is that you're going to get feared. They're going to go crazy. And maybe Anakin could do some damage later on, but a lot of your team's going to be dead. Rex is going to be useless because he's going to be feared, and they're just going to burn him down because he's the leader. It's pretty nasty. This Darth Revan team is no joke. If it's modded, like the way I've seen a lot of these teams modded, time and time again, you're seeing people trying different stuff, and it's just not working. It could work with slower Revans, someone that doesn't have the mods for it, if you can outspeed it, but it comes down to speed, and it's really, unfortunately, this is what the arena and some of the stuff has come down to is speed. Either you have it or you don't, and if you don't, you're hosed. All right. Oh my God!
I have a question in Twitch.
Okay, what's the question in Twitch? Because Finity wrote
from. Jesus, Finn.
Is it Finn? Then
no, it's Apringo.
Okay, good.
He has a question. What's the best way to mod Malak and reworked Anakin? Offense mods for Anakin?
Mm-hmm. I went crit and offense with him, just so he hits just a nasty hit. And what was the other one? Anakin and who?
Malak.
Malak is just tanky. You want as much health on him and in defense and protection as you can get. His protection that you get on him is going to transfer to health, so eventually that's what you want. All right, Affinity. What are your thoughts on the Warriors versus Rockets setting up for a matchup in the NBA Western Semis? I can't wait for it. Hopefully the Rockets can pull off what they should have pulled off last year. Affinity follow-up question. If one character in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes embodied the Warriors and won the Rockets, who would they be? I'm not even going to... Get out of here, Finn. Shame on you.
I think Finn should be in voice chat
right now. But he's not.
Talking in regular chat.
I'm not even going to address that. Kazakage, too easy question. I use my Jedi Knight Revan with Thrawn to kill Bastila and to take out everyone else. My Thrawn and Revan are fast. She's all Jedi. Just die against Darth Revan. And Revan are fast. Using all Jedi just die against Darth Revan. Yeah, but even then, you're seeing people with those Darth Revans and Basilisks. I mean, for instance, look at the one that Urza faced last night in 3v3.
Yeah, that was just
Revan was had 145 and Bass had 150. She was over 300. He was like 340 something. No team is overcoming that. I'm sorry. You can put Thrawn on that team, but if they're faster, you might have a chance, but it's a chance. It's pretty... I mean, RNG can always go in your favor when you have Jedi Knight Revan, but it's not guaranteed, and you're rolling the dice Kazakage. So, I mean, it's brutal, man.
Yeah, it's a crapshoot. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, you take that against some of the teams in my shard, you're just wasting an attack. I mean, they're that fast. And they go, Revan does his thing, Bastila does her thing, and you're feared, you can't do anything, and then they just start wailing on you, and before you know it, one or two of your characters are dead, and the rest are just sitting there going, we can't do anything, so, I mean, RNG could happen, but, alright, so that's all the time for questions and stuff we have today. If we missed any of your questions, then, but I think we got to all of them. Yeah, Finn's doing some personal stuff. It's all good. But I'm just giving Finn crap. But if he's going to put the damn Rockets and Warrior question in there, then he's going to get crap back. But if moving forward, if you have questions that we didn't get to, check out our Discord. We have a great group of community people besides ourselves that are in there that will answer any of your questions. Great group of folks in there. And so if you have questions, come into our Discord. We really appreciate it. So make sure you subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Oh, we just got another follower on Twitch. Who was it? Popsiller0 _Illa0. All right. So thank you for joining us, following us on Twitch.
Actually, real quick, Ranger. He asked a question. He didn't put question in front of it. It's newer.
Okay, we'll finish it off with that.
He asks, are you making roster reviews?
Yeah. If you would like a roster review, if you're just tuned in, all you need to do is send your GG page to Finity, Finity, in Discord. Give him 24 hours to respond. If he doesn't respond, then send him another message. Say, hey, did you get my message? Make sure when you put your GG page in there that you put a little bit of what you want us to review. It takes 3 to 4 weeks. And then when it comes to your turn, Finn will message you, let you know that your roster review is coming up. He'll ask if there's anything else you want to add additionally or take away from what you're working on, and then we'll do your roster review. Free of charge. We go in depth, but we will go in depth with your roster review and help you with that. So, absolutely. All right. Thank you guys for stopping in. We're going to end the stream here because I have to get ready to go do Grand Arena. So check that out in 15 minutes in the same channel. We're going to dual stream it on Twitch and YouTube. So stay tuned for that. So on behalf of myself and Grim and our friend Proper Catch, who we did a roster review for today, thank you guys for stopping in. Have a great rest of your day. And we will holler at you later. Peace.